Harry's Wife, part 104.58. Stop talking about yourself. Shut up. Be quiet. Hush. Fall silent. Button it. Pipe down. Hold your tongue. Put a sock in it. Keep your trap shut. Close your cake hole. Cut the cackle. Button your lip. All different ways of people being told to shut up. But there's more. Let's go international with this. For instance, there would be those that are Danish that would say, hold kæft. Dutch, hu je mond. The French would tell you, tais-toi. The Germans, halte den Mund. Putting it to you pretty simply, the Norwegians would basically tell you, similarly to in English, ta deg en bolle, basically stick a cake in your mouth and shut up. So there are lots of different ways of being told to shut up and stay quiet. And of course, this is something that Harry's wife has considerable difficulty with. But who is it this time that's telling her that she should be quiet? Well, it's a now increasing thorn in her side. US journalist Meghan Kelly has reported in news.com.au with Belinda Palmada, who writes, "Stop talking about yourself. Harry's wife blasted over Duchess difficult whinge." US journalist Meghan Kelly has ripped into Harry's wife after the royal's latest podcast episode about difficult women. And I've seen the interview where she was on GB News with Dan Wootton tonight talking about it. US journalist, the article tells us, Meghan Kelly has blasted Harry's wife, branding the royal clueless following her recent podcrap episode about difficult women. In the latest episode of her Spotlight series Arsey Wipes, the Duchess of Sussex appeared to hit back at her Duchess difficult nickname, slamming it as a code word for bitch. See parts passim for the nonsense spouted in that regard. The former Suits actress said the word difficult is used to gaslight strong women, once again engaging in projection as she attempts to gaslight everybody else. During Wednesday's episode of GB News is Dan Wootton Tonight, Sky News Australia contributor Kelly said the 41-year-old's argument was irrelevant. I wouldn't necessarily call her the B word, but I would definitely call her the C word. Clueless, she said on the programme. She's utterly clueless, and I am so sick of her off-point, irrelevant musings about her non-problems. Of course, this is challenge fuel, but we have another high-profile individual speaking out about Harry's wife, and Meghan Kelly does this repeatedly. Clearly, she's as irritated as everyone else by the Duchess of Industrial Beige's banal pronouncements, and regularly takes her to task, which shows the growing body of prominent individuals who have simply had enough of listening to her nonsense and just want her to shut up and stop talking about herself. The article continues. The former Fox News presenter pointed out that more than 100,000 homeless people are living in California, where Harry's wife resides, and the homicide rate has reached an all-time high in the past 15 years. And we are supposed to give a damn if someone is calling Harry's wife the B word or difficult, Ms. Kelly fumed. We don't. She doesn't get it. No one gives a damn about these non-problems. And of course, the reason why Harry's wife doesn't get it is that she's wrapped up in her own bubble of narcissism that focuses on what matters to her. The fact is that 100,000 homeless people don't impact upon Harry's wife because she lives in a multi-million-dollar Monty Shitshow mansion. Of course, were it suggested that she might speak out about homelessness or perhaps drive past a homeless person and give them a rucksack with some food in, then she will do so for facade management. But ultimately, the homeless are meaningless to her. Why? She doesn't genuinely care. Why? Because she has no emotional empathy. And her narcissism only determines that the issue of homelessness is of importance to her should it come up on the radar, so that her narcissism can harness it with some fake, cold, cognitive empathy. Ordinarily, is of no interest. And this is why she doesn't stick at the bandwagons, because there's no emotional empathy there to give her a sense of longevity towards a cause. More evolved narcissists can demonstrate longevity because their narcissism is more evolved and is better at staying the course, but Harry's wife's isn't. Of course, what's of greater importance to her is the perception that everybody's against her by calling her a bimbo or a diva or difficult, and therefore she embarks upon this personal vendetta through arsey wipes to try and correct all of that. The article continues with more from Meghan Kelly. She should stop complaining and start showing some gratitude for what appears to be a very beautiful life, of which she finds nothing to celebrate. An understandable response from Meghan Kelly, but if she was well aware that she's dealing with a narcissist and what that means, she would realise that this is fruitless, that trying to get the narcissist to show gratitude is pointless. A narcissist may show false gratitude, but there's nothing genuine. Why? The world owes the narcissist a living. The narcissist is special, wonderful, mercurial, and you should all be giving thanks to your own personal gods that the narcissist deigned to do something for you. They shouldn't be grateful to you. You should always be grateful to the narcissist. Continuing her rant, the outspoken broadcaster said, "We don't care. Shut up. Stop talking about yourself and show some humility and gratitude." The TV personality went on to criticise archetypes as a big platform that Harry's wife only uses to talk about herself. Ms. Kelly has been a frequent critic of the Duchess. The journalist slammed Harry's wife's podcast last week after she opened up about the crushing guilt she feels while being a mum in the public eye. "I love that she's trying to do the 'I'm just like you. I make breakfast for my 2 kids and I get them off to school,'" she told Sky News' Paul Murray Live. Hello, that's called motherhood. Shut up. Most of us don't run around looking for credit for it. It's what you do when you have children. Again, entirely correct, but remember, the narcissist has to be praised for everything they do because they're so special. That the fact that they've picked their nose should result in an outbreak of joy. Remember, Harry's wife believes, through her own delusions, that when she got married, everybody in South Africa went dancing in the streets as they did when Nelson Mandela was freed from prison. That she believes that she breaks wind, that there should be a royal proclamation announcing the fact that Harry's wife has just broken wind. The fact that she managed to bake some banana bread, except she got somebody else to do it, should be met with urgent news bulletins around the world. Everything that she does is up there for consumption because her narcissism dictates that that's the way that it should be. Last month, Ms. Kelly ripped into Harry's wife's claim she felt objectified as a bimbo when she worked as a briefcase girl on the US TV game show Deal or No Deal. The laughable notion that she did not know what she was getting herself into when she took a job in which one's only mission is to look tan, wear false eyelashes, and wear a skimpy shiny dress while opening a suitcase, she said. She knew exactly what she was getting herself into on that job, and it was no surprise to her that they wanted her to look as good as possible while doing it. What she's trying to con us on now is whether she enjoyed it. She loved every minute of it. She wanted to be objectified. She wanted the adulation, just like she still wants it to this day. And again, all entirely correct observations. Of course, this demonstrates again another prominent person attacking Harry's wife, but it also shows the collateral consequences once again of Harry's wife's behaviour, namely, she gets knocked and knocked and knocked, and people keep bringing up all of the previous assaults against her to create this tsunami of disapproval of her behaviour. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for listening.